Have you noticed that a lot of your clients now seem to have problems with sinus drainage, sinus infections, lots of congestion up in here? Well, stay tuned because I'm going to show you a couple of tips and tricks that you can fit into any single facial that you're doing or create a new little standalone sinus treatment for your clients. So, we know that all the sinus cavity is located behind the eyes, which makes it maybe a little bit more difficult to get to, as opposed to a lower back problem. So there are different things that we can do and different things that I've done throughout the years that people been doing for centuries to help work with the sinus cavity, sinus problems, sinus infections. So a lot of people use a Neti Pot at home, which is really great. You can retail those. A lot of people don't really even know how to help themselves. They just take an allergy medication and then they are completely dried up and it causes all kinds of other problems. So if they don't want to take an allergy medication, which we would try and help them and use it as a last resort, there are different things we can do. I like to also teach my clients how to do some of these things so they can get relief at home, and I just like to bring them more value, and it's going to make you the person they go to when they have questions because you've already helped them solve some problems. So first of all, during the treatment, if I'm doing a facial, even if I'm doing a standalone sinus treatment, which I do like a 15-minute sinus treatment really fast, like power packed, you know what I mean? I call them my quickies on my list of services. But so you definitely want to drain some of this lymph. So when you drain the sinuses, they have somewhere to go to and just not a backlog. And because draining that lymph, if they've got sinus problems, they probably have puffiness under the eyes and they probably have discoloration under the eyes. So it's just going to help to get everything moving and give you a much better result. So you can already be doing that with either treatment. You're going to fit this into your current facial or you're going to use it as a standalone, and then you can just increase it or shorten the amount of time that you do things. So another thing that I really love is essential oils. I am an essential oil girl. If peppermint can't fix it, I don't know what can. But so what I say is that you want to use essential oils, so you can use them different ways. You can put them on your wrists. I do that sometimes. So then when I'm massaging them, it's kind of just going up in the air. You can have them sometimes just smell it right from the bottle. They can take in like 3 deep breaths. I always have them take in 3 deep breaths, however I bring them the oils. You can put it on a cotton ball, put a bunch of different drops on the cotton ball. So all of your oils are right there. And then you can just smell it with them. And you can give them the cotton ball, put it in a little Ziploc or something. They can keep it in their purse, put it in their car, or however it works. Anything that you have that they can take away with them is amazing. Even if you have a little vial, put like 1 drop of each in there, and that could be their little solution to take home. So essential oils are amazing. So eucalyptus, as we know, was always, as a kid, with Vicks, with your towel over your head over a pot when we were cold, when we were sick, and my mom would put Vicks up here. So eucalyptus is great. You can do some menthol. It might be a little strong, the menthol, but the eucalyptus is really a great option. And also tea tree is antibacterial, antiviral, oregano, basil, those are great. Bergamot is really great antiviral. And then myrrh breaks up mucus. So that could be another really good one to incorporate that you don't really hear a lot about. But some of these oils, if you really look at what they do, it's incredible. So that definitely breathing those in will help a little bit, and to clear. Always, of course, make sure about if they have like sensitivities to fragrances or allergies, and make sure that the oils you're using are not synthetic. If you go to the the supermarket and get some oil, probably is not going to be the highest quality, and that can have the opposite reaction with synthetics. It can cause headaches, which is why fragrance does bother so many people, but essential oils do not when they are pure. So then also, of course, pressure point massage. So this is obviously if you take your thumbs and you just press them right in here, you might feel a little pain, and this massage can be a little painful. That is fine. You are breaking up like tension and mucus. So I will press in here, and then I will squeeze, and I will go along their all of this and squeeze it, and I look crazy. Okay, but it really feels good. I will get ugly on camera. I don't care. Don't let the makeup fool you. So you're going to squeeze in here, and it feels really good, and just leave pressure. And then you can dig under this brow bone. You'll feel it. The temples always. And you don't really want to put essential oils here, because especially if you did something it can the fumes from it can get into the eyes, and then that's the opposite. That's why not putting it directly on their skin many times is the best way, just to deeply inhale. So yeah, definitely pressing the temples. And then obviously you're doing that lymph drainage under the eye. I definitely use, if you've done your lymph drainage or to do it, I definitely use this. The cooling effect of the gem, the stone, will also help with taking down puffiness. I'm just like, it feels so good. I do my videos half the time and I have to do them over because I'm like, oh, it feels good. So there's that. You can also do the Kansa wand. It fits perfectly underneath here, under this cheekbone, right in here as well. So press in here, and that is going to feel really, really good. And then I go all underneath the cheekbone here. And so it's this whole area that is really where you're going to focus and do most of your work. And I also do this other thing. It might feel weird to do it to someone else, but if you do it to yourself, I bang, gently tap. But essentially, you know, for me, I'm like banging on the side of my nose and right here, and you will feel tingles. I feel this in my upper lip, tingling, doing that. It feels really cool. And you'll see things will just start clearing up quickly. And a lot of people, you know, they're drinking milk or dairy, ice cream, yogurt. Those all create mucus. So you want to make sure that they are doing some changes to their diet. It's like lip filler, no lip filler. Lip filler, no lip filler. Okay, I'm having fun. All right, guys. So use those tips. Let me see if I have anything else. Oh, green tea. I finish everything with green tea. If you have green tea, make it there for them. Remember, never boil the water for green tea because then you kill all the antioxidants. But that is a part of building up their immune system. Instead of giving them coffee for that, give them a green tea that will really help. And you might not be able to have them lay fully back because then they'll get the nasal drip and they'll be coughing and it won't be comfortable. You might have to like elevate their head a little bit, put a little pillow, or I just usually get a towel and then like double it over and fold it. So it gives them a little bit of a lift instead of them laying flat back. So I hope that helps. And don't forget, you can actually add a little bit of heat or a little bit of cooling. Sometimes you can put a little heating pad on their belly and little coolness over their eyes to relieve some of that inflammation. So let me know how this works for you and what you are doing for your clients that have sinus problems.